Goodnow, revolutionaries, and welcome to Rise Up After Dark. Today is Wednesday, October 29th. We're 54 episodes deep, and this is the show where you BYOBDYOR, let your hair down with us for a little altcoin research, crypto shenaniganery, and shit talking about the industry we love, sometimes hate, sometimes. Alex, I heard you got a little lighting special set up for when we are feeling salty.
We'll see. We'll see if it comes out.
I want to remind everybody that if you're listening live, then tomorrow we are having a Halloween special. Will is coming with God knows how many costumes. Alex and I were talking backstage about the costumes we have. I am really excited about it. We want to see your costumes in our community. If you're not there yet, you need to be. The link is community.rumshq.com. We have got so much good stuff there. The only thing missing is you. And today, I just put it in after the morning show, Alex. We have got the sign-up form to express your interest in the official purple wallet, the RUMS Arculus co-branded wallet. It's not here yet. It's not you're buying it now, but it's like, you know, we want to know who's interested. Get you on a little email list. We're not going to send you, feet pics or anything like that. Just
you're good.
Updates, unless you're very good. Just updates about the purple wallet, the RUMS Arculus wallet. We know you want it. We want it too. And shout out to our friends at Arculus. Also, shout out to our friends at Polygon and our friend the White Whale for powering Rise Up Media. We've got another sponsorship announcement coming soon. We've got a couple coming soon, don't we, Alex? We have two. Oh my gosh.
We have two more.
Can you believe it?
We've been busy.
We have been unsullied by sponsorship, it feels like, for a long time. And then when it rains, it pours. So
yeah, but that's why these are so cool.
That's exactly why these are so cool. We cannot wait to tell a better story with brands like these doing cool stuff.
We said no to 10,000 because we were really busy chasing these guys down.
Oh my gosh. And it finally seems to have paid off. Oh man. Hello to Daniel. Hello to Jeff. Hello to Jason. Hello to Simple Grower. Got my snacks ready. Let us know what you're drinking, what you're eating, what you're wearing for Halloween tomorrow. And if you've got a crypto question, you know what to do. If you're listening in the future, hello. We hope your candles are green. Leave your questions wherever you are, whenever you listen, and we'll get right to them. Alex, did you have a good day?
I did, yeah. And I just wanted to thank you for specially requesting that this entire episode of After Dark be dedicated to Basecamp. Evan said, Alex, I can't possibly do another episode without getting at least a solid hour of Basecamp shilling.
I said, this is a gross
misrepresentation
of the facts.
And for that, I get a point.
Yeah, but you also got a glump, so...
This is how the corruption feels, Evan.
So I balanced it out. It is what it feels like. The power!
Welcome to After Dark. It's your home for corruption. Why go to Washington when we have corruption right here at home?
Right here at home. The corruption at home, ladies and gentlemen. What can you do? Alex, we do have a request coming in for a little TA on Sol, but I wonder if in lieu of Will's TA, while I prep some charts, maybe you do.
I got this.
Are you going to do it?
I got this. Yep.
Oh my gosh. Also, we're on opposite sides all of a sudden again. I think I got to switch the mirroring. What are you doing? Are you shaking an 8-ball?
Nope. Even better. I'm going to do this the fancy way. Will would be so proud. Check this out.
Okay.
All right. You guys ready?
I hope so. Wow.
All right.
Okay, hang on. Let me get you on a big screen share over here. What are you looking at, fancy pants?
All right. I'm told that this is called a chart. And right here, we've got a bunch of sticks. You'll notice they're different colors. These represent the price of Solana going up and down. And so according to my expert, definitely not made up on the spot analysis, starting over here, which was approximately then, we kind of went up for a while, and then we sort of went down for a bit, and then we went up again, and now we're coming down again. And this has been Solana's technical analysis with Alex.
How does he do it?
And actually, what I can tell from this, because I am brilliant, is that from here, we have a very strong possibility of either going up or going down a little further. It's going to be one of those two. And just remember that I predicted it.
Oh, I wish I had an ooh.
I know I would like one of those. We got to put that on the big board. But no, honestly, I won't do you guys the disservice of pretending that Evan or I know really anything about technical analysis. We can, however, absolutely get Will to do some coverage of some good updates and whatnot tomorrow. I will say, not on a TA standpoint, but I can offer a little bit of insight into Sol. We covered it a little bit this morning, but obviously we got the Bitwise Solana ETF product launching. That's exciting.
That's right.
Coupled with some questions. Why price not doing any fun things when we have what should be good news? And I think it's really just kind of that really obnoxious answer that honestly I feel bad about giving. But at the end of the day, we've just got good news, terrible news running into each other. And honestly, I'm kind of encouraged. I was a little bit more bearish recently, but I'm a little bit more encouraged that Sol is kind of like holding its own. That to me like is an indication of strength, given that everything slid today. In case you missed it, like I did, but thankfully I had a Will video to catch me up. We did cut rates again. Old JPow gave a speech today. Rates were cut by another 25 basis points, bringing them down to, I believe, 3.7524 instead of 4 to 4.25. Thank you. And we are, however, still absolutely no closer to a resolution on the shutdown. Yet another Senate vote failed today by the exact same margin. No changed votes. The exact same sticking point is still the difference, still the contention, the ACA subsidies. I'm not going to go into it. I encourage you to look it up and understand exactly what's being fought over, because it probably affects you. I know it affects me. And for one, I really don't want my insurance to go up. It's already ludicrously expensive. So we just kind of still have the bearishness of that whole thing looming. I mean, shutdown impacts continue to be worsening. You got a whole lot of benefits ending very soon. We have missed paychecks all over the place.
Our community here in Memphis is preparing, and I've heard reports of other communities preparing for food shortages, hunger. I know you've said it on the show before. SNAP, supplemental nutritional assistance, EBT are not going to get filled. People who are furloughed from the military and other government positions are not going to get paid. It's a painful time for a lot of our friends listening in the United States, for sure.
And a raw fact, regardless of what you think about it, regardless of your opinion on the whole matter, is that this benefits lapse affects over 40 million people in this country. It's a tremendously large number of people, and you are kidding yourself if you think you're not going to feel the effects of that. So I think we are seeing sort of what we've honestly been seeing in the markets for the last 3-4 years, which is like news that continually comes out that we all think, as people who like look at markets more often, should be good for the market. And then we also just have all of this extra stuff that is suppressing stuff. We just have this constant, like, ramming into itself, bullish and bearish action. And it's just made it all feel kind of stuck and sideways and obnoxious and confusing.
And Fody from the TikTok comments is a really good point. Says also the $19 billion liquidated will take a while to flow back into the market. That wasn't just everyday traders that lost. It was in some cases market makers who lost their ability to make markets going forward. So liquidity has definitely taken a hit. And speaking of liquidity, speaking of partners of the show, shout out to our friend, the White Whale, for reposting the stream. Thank you very much, my friend. If you don't follow the White Whale and you are trying to anticipate what the apex predators, the Binances of the world, the people behind the scenes pulling the strings are doing, you can find no better insight, no better alpha than that which comes from the depths. You can find him at the White Whale V2. You like that? V2 on TikTok and the website formerly known as Twitter. Good to see you, my friend. Thank you for sharing. And good evening to all the folks who are just joining us. If you're just tuning in, this is Rise Up After Dark. We're taking questions. We just did a little Sol analysis, and we have got more questions, more answers. If you've got a crypto question, let us know. The 8 Balls prediction for Sol was flip a coin. And also, Bitcoin
Honestly,
fixes this.
Kind of right on the money, and that's always true. So,
I also appreciate, a good prediction will go a long way.
If I was blessed with Evan's hair, I'd never wear a hat. You know what?
Yeah.
I even let my hair down today.
Yeah, Alex has got his hair down for the BYOB DYO or Let Your Hair Down research show.
I do have the B,
I love it.
and the hair is down. So
You got the B. I'm drinking tea tonight. What are you drinking?
tea.
Yeah, it's a BYOT.
No, it's it's rum.
It's rum. Alex has really embraced the pirate lifestyle.
I tell you what, I'm getting ready.
I also appreciate this comment on TikTok that says, was that an analysis? Okay, let me rewind it a little bit. Here is the real analysis on Sol beyond the technical.
What, that wasn't good enough?
It wasn't good enough, Alex, so I'm rewinding it. And because it wasn't good enough, I'm also going to give you just a little bit. I gave you a ding for the TA, though, so you're really breaking it. You're breaking even, man.
I'm not even going to argue about that one.
Alex mentioned the ETF. The Bitwise ETF was the fastest growing, fastest selling ETF product, not just crypto ETF, any ETF product this year. And this year has a pretty strong track record for ETF products. So that's saying something.
Bitcoin set that record already?
Yes, but that was last year, I do believe. I don't believe it was a bigger product than Bitcoin, but it might have been faster to certain milestones than Bitcoin. Can we get a...
Didn't that go live January 11th or something?
Oh my God, really? Fact check yourself, brother. Was that this year? Oh my God, somebody help me. I really thought that was last year. People come and go so quickly here. So do ETFs, apparently. But the point is, there is big macro news happening. Western Union, as Jay Heat announced in the comments, has decided to launch on Solana first with their stablecoin.
Who could have seen this coming? What? They didn't use XRP?
Listen, man, here's the thing. Just like Visa did before them, I think Western Union is not only going to stay, they're not going to stay on Solana. Visa didn't stay on ETH. They went to Avalanche. They went to Stellar. They went to Solana. And just like Ondo is constantly announcing, Solon was pointing out in the comments, HBAR is now on Axelar. We are in the interoperability era. And we're moving into the crypto app era. All these Lego pieces are coming together so that Western Union will have the ability to make a crypto payment wherever you are, whenever you listen. If you're on a network that has relevant liquidity, they're going to be there. It doesn't make sense for they probably will be on Ripple. They probably will be. And there will be incentives from all kinds of stablecoin providers. Athena is going to have them. USD1, the World Liberty Financial Token, is going to have them. The point being that just because the ETF came out and it was a great product, we talked about it this morning, don't expect that to mean your bags are going to pump up overnight. Like Alex said, this is a tough macro environment. The market is really cautious right now. We're looking for wins. We're looking for confidence. And so the conditions are there.
Well,
you gotta believe in something.
Just don't forget too, because we had those rate cuts today, which were absolutely expected and not a surprise at all.
Yeah.
It's extremely reasonable that we had a sell-off today. Rumor was bought. News is sold.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And if you look at like a 7-day, we've been kind of going up. And so it's natural to have a little cool down. Also, tomorrow is the day that Trump and Xi are meeting. Is that right? I think it's tomorrow.
The 30th. Yes.
And so that's, if I was holding risk on assets ahead of a big event like that and they had just gone up, I would probably sell them too. Also, Alex, did you just say extremely reasonable? Is that like saying very average or like...
Did I say that?
Yeah, extremely reasonable. Actually, you say that a lot, I think. And I'm not picking on you, except I'm just noticing it out loud for the first time. I love when people have... That seems like an oxymoron to me.
Listen, no,
just
because
reasonable.
I'm describing the caliber of how reasonable it was, and it was real reasonable. Don't come for me.
It was very reasonable.
It was.
He's right. If that analysis doesn't just tickle you, come at us in the comments. Didn't we have another...
say, this is the second time we've gotten to do this, but I have to once again, just because it keeps happening. If you haven't watched Parks and Rec, the episode where the cult that keeps predicting the end of the world constantly gets it wrong and has to re-predict a new end of the world for another time, so that they can rent the same park again and go have their end of the world party. It just happened for XRP again. I'm really sorry. I don't make the rules. But it's time to move the goalpost one more time. Better luck next time.
Yeah. To the folks in the comments, I see Fody here. It's good to see you, Fody. I really appreciate the comment about liquidity. I appreciate this comment. It says XRP is replacing Swift, $100 XRP soon. And man,
where did Swift just do something?
Swift is they've chosen Linnea to pilot their blockchain ledger. And just like Western Union, I think one day they will be multi-chain too. I think they very well might use Ripple's ledger. But
for now, it's funny, and I'm going to make fun of it.
Make fun of it.
Yep.
I mean, if you must.
That's okay. I'm secure enough in my constant love and support and cheerleading for the XRP army, and I literally want nothing but success for all of you.
That's right.
Truly,
that's right.
Really, truly.
We all do. And Linnea, to answer the questions, is on top of ETH. It's a layer 2 on ETH. And why might somebody choose Linnea? It's not because they're trying to pump the token, probably. It's because the network is new. They have a lot of incentives. They have every security that Ethereum has, a couple extra efficiencies. And honestly, if you are somebody looking to build an institutional solution on DeFi rails, why wouldn't you go to Ethereum to pilot it? They have the most robust, most built out, most battle tested, audited smart contracts, the most total volume locked, the most liquidity. It just doesn't make sense.
It's literally a security play.
It doesn't make sense to pilot it anywhere else.
It
doesn't mean they won't move there.
And I have to say, even after all that, I would honestly still be more bullish on XRP than I would Linnea. I'm not that excited about Swift, to be very honest with you.
No, but I will say this. If it was announced tomorrow that Swift was expanding to XRP, or that Swift was expanding to Solana, which one do you think would pump more based on the news and generate a bigger return in the next 24 hours for investors?
XRP, and it's not even close.
Not even close.
Correct.
So there is, we're not saying it's not an investable asset. There's not money to be made.
That's a double-edged sword, though, because the reason that that's the case is because absolutely nothing drives the price of that asset except for speculation, and it's way stronger there than anywhere else.
Most crypto assets. We agree on
most.
This.
But XRP has, the reason it is in the position it is because of just an expertly built brand over years. Meticulous and methodical brand and awareness building literally is the most important ingredient in your token's success.
That's
and
right.
you can't try to flash in the pan it. You'll burn out, and then it'll go away, and it'll go straight to zero, and everybody will forget you existed. You just got to keep going. And XRP, no one's done it better than them.
Nobody.
Nobody. Again, I don't make the rules.
Joe says XRP to moon. I'll have something for you on that tomorrow. And I want to go to this question, but then Alex, I really do want you to give us a Basecamp update because, excuse me, it's getting better all the time. What doesn't it do? Swift might be partnering with Basecamp next for all I know.
No,
Jeff Medlin, excuse me, asks, currently a Ledger Nano X owner. Battery is failing. Ooh. Should I buy another Ledger or switch to Trezor or another you'd recommend? Long-term holder, security is the most important factor. Jeff, thank you for the question.
Good question.
Alex,
yeah,
what would you do? And also, friends listening live, what would you do?
Yeah.
I'd like to hear your feedback.
So starting with the ones that you mentioned, I've used every single one of those. I personally started my cold storage journey with a Trezor Model T. Still have it to this day, still works, does its job, whatever. The only bad thing I would say about it is that it is a little inconvenient. And I pretty much just accepted that that was sort of part of the deal, and I was fine with it for a long time because there were no better options. This was going back, a number of years now. But since then, I've added another one to my repertoire. About 2 years ago, I got my first Arculus card, actually from them at Consensus, 22 or 23. I don't remember which year. One of those. And I was converted, which is why we hunted them down to pursue a partnership and do some work with them to give away wallets. We're actually giving away one of them tonight. So actually, we're giving away, one tonight and then another one tomorrow. for the
We're
costume.
giving one. We're giving one tomorrow. What are we
Yeah,
doing?
I unilaterally decided this morning that we're going to do a costume.
Oh, that's
thing.
right. I heard you say it. I heard you say it. Man, we're gonna burn through these wallets. We're gonna have to ask for some more.
Hey, Arculus, it's been 3 days. We gave them all away. Sorry. I would not apologize for doing that.
No,
for the
no,
record.
not
But
at
no,
all.
I honestly, the fact that what you opened with is that the battery's failing. How about one that doesn't have a battery that you don't ever have to worry about
Yeah.
the battery failing in?
Yeah, that's one of the things that Arculus is opinionated about, and one of the reasons I like their product as like a user-friendly version, because there's no no updatable firmware here. This is gonna last forever. They have an app that pairs with it that they can update and update and update, but they never have to update like the device. You don't have to do anything to it. You remember when Dr. Lowe was on the show and he was talking about that and why he thinks that makes it a better product? He said something like, I don't like that. I'm paraphrasing, but I don't like that people have to, update their device, update their firmware. They have to do all this stuff to the device whose job is like not to change, but to keep your secure information secure. So I do tend to think that is a more user-friendly product. But let's talk a little about tokens too, because Alex, most of those wallets, the Ledgers, the Trezors, the Ellipals, the Arculus, maybe Decent, I don't know, maybe if there's some others I'm missing, SafePal maybe. Those are like the top regular candidates you're going to find on Google searches, GPT searches, all over social media. And most of them are going to support most of the major tokens, the major networks you might want to use. But an important consideration is to do a little diligence, go to their website, look at their documents, or ask your favorite LLM and then double check it. What networks and tokens they support. Check it against your crypto portfolio. Because if you're an Injective holder and I don't know, the Trezor doesn't support Injective, then it's not a good choice for you. The other thing about it is the user experience. Make sure before you buy any wallet that you watch an unboxing video or you watch a tutorial video about how it's used so that you can feel confident that you can use it well. It doesn't matter if the wallet is secure. They're all secure to some extent, but if you're not going to use it well, then that makes it a lot less secure for you. What are you looking up over there? Got something good for me?
Oh, no, I just had my little evening brief that had news headlines and market whatnot. And
You get a morning brief and an evening brief?
Dude,
Damn.
I get 3 briefs a day. 4 technically.
Oh my gosh. What, how much news is there? How brief are your briefs?
24/7, dude. It's your first day? All the time. Constantly.
That's how I know you were in the military.
Always.
Good question here. Is Arculus Ordinal, ERC 720, and Solana NFT compatible? I have absolutely no idea. So here's what I'm going to do.
I can find out.
I'm going to go over to my trusty dusty little research thread. This is just GPT. And I'm going to ask it, is Arculus compatible with Ordinals? I would imagine it is because it is compatible with the Bitcoin network. I would imagine it's compatible with ERC 720s. And when you say Solana NFTs, I imagine, yeah. You mean the common standard. But let's see what it says, and then let's fact check the GPT. Arculus says it supports over 95% of crypto assets by market cap, leading NFT standards across the ETH, Solana, Polygon, and Binance Smart Chain ecosystems. And I'm going to go to getarculus.com. This is their official website, and it's going to tell me on this page, this is real reviews from real customers. Let's see if I can do a Control F for Ordinal. Nope. NFT. Whip, whip. I'd have to do a little deeper search just because I don't see anything about the particular protocols that it supports, but I would be willing to bet that it definitely supports the Solana NFTs and the ERC 720s. Do you see anything that I didn't see?
I didn't even look. Thought you were on it.
The other thing is, I think you mean 721. That might have been a typo. You might have to fact check me. It's been a long time since I've refreshed myself on NFT standards, but I feel like 721 is the Bored Ape Yacht Club, everything else NFT.
Yeah.
And I would imagine if they're talking about ETH NFTs, they're going to talk about 721s first. That's a very common standard, and leading NFT standard on their website implies it. Ordinals, I don't know. So we'd have to find out. But here's what I would say is, Fody, you should look that up and then bring that back to us in the community. I'm talking about community.rumshq.com. You can get there from the link in our bio, wherever you're listening, or just remember that URL. It's totally free to join. There's so much good stuff there. Every crypto user needs to be in a group chat where nobody's going to try and sell you a stupid token. And everybody is there to help you learn. That would be a really good citizen thing of you to do, Fody.
There was another good question in there. How would you convince a Ledger OG to grab an Arculus or to use one? And I think it's worth starting off that answer just by saying that, like, if you have one and it's crushing for you and you're comfy with it, I mean, it works. Do your thing. There are benefits, and it would be up to you to decide whether or not they're like worth it enough to run the upgrade. But just to start us off with that one, exactly what Evan was already talking about, the fact that there's no firmware to update or to fall out of date. We just saw the Nano S have firmware updates discontinued, which I don't want that to sound like I'm saying that that's a major problem. It's annoying, but it's exactly what you should expect from standard issue technology. It all falls out of fashion, which is why these are cool. And then in answer to the question, what do you mean it doesn't use a battery? It transacts through your phone. It's just a metal card.
Yeah, it's got an NFC chip in it.
Yeah, it's an NFC card, no battery required. It's like a tap to transact. Uses three-factor authentication. Something you have, the card, something you know, PIN, something you are, biometric. All three need to be present.
Here's how my Wolf of Wall Street version, the sell me this pen version of Ledger versus Arculus would work. I am a Ledger user. I use a Ledger Nano X. This is my first cold storage wallet. I'm going to sell you this Arculus card by asking you, Alex, pretend you're going to send me a transaction and I need to sign it. Is it ready for me to sign?
Yep, go for it.
Okay. Oh, look, my battery's dead. Hang on, send it to my Arculus. All I'm going to do is pull up the app on my phone. If my phone is dead, then I'm screwed. If my computer is dead, then I'm screwed. But as long as that's alive, I can tap it. Done. That's how I would sell it to you. The other thing I personally say when I sell like Arculus to someone is, if you, like me, have bad vision, the screen on this Ledger when my battery is not dead is tiny. For people in podcast land, I'm holding it between two pinched fingers. It is smaller than my finger. I have big hands, but it's quite small. It's probably 1 inch by 3 inches. Some people might say that's average size, to which I say, you go, buddy. And then it just has this
attacked.
It has these new buttons on it that you got to be able to press and sync to approve things. If you are somebody who has like tremors in your hands, or like I say, bad vision, whatever, it's just, if a pixel went out on this screen, I use it fine.
I didn't even think of that. The fact that you can customize your phone home screen to be viewable to you regardless of any particular like sight difficulties that you might have, colorblind or tiny text or whatever. That's a neat little bonus feature I didn't even think of. Mm-hmm. Throw that in a commercial. Put
that in your ad and sell it.
Someone should hire me. Oh wait.
Listen, man, I'm giving us both points for that. We sold the hell out of it. And if you want to buy an Arculus wallet to try it, then what I recommend is two things. The first thing is, if you have time to wait, they do a lot of discounts on TikTok Shop specifically. I've seen it as low as like $60 there with the extra incentives that TikTok adds. Normally it's 99 bucks. If you can't wait that long, then just remember RUMS10. You can use the code RUMS10 at checkout. It supports the show, lets them know that their sponsorship is working, and you get 10% off the wallet, like 10 bucks off your whole cart. So if you want to buy one for the whole family, you'll get 10% off the whole cart. And they have military discounts of 25%, whether or not you're a RUMS family member. It's super cool. Arculus, thank you. This is our Arculus on all socials if you're on TikTok. and getarculus.com. Okay. Remember that. And Alex, I've got another question or two. I'm gonna keep sending us questions, because the longer you send me good rapid fire questions, the longer I can delay having to test drive Basecamp again.
You brought it up. Son of a bitch.
We have the question from Vintage Deals that says, Alex, I like the blue light in your background. Is it LED or a regular blue bulb?
It is LED. They are smart bulbs. They can be all kinds of different colors. And let's see if I can do this without it crapping out on me. I had to move
people
away
in
from
podcast land. Alex is adjusting the lights.
See, there's morning show.
Is that morning show? Yep.
And then
yep.
Do I?
Do I? Yes, you do. I think you need to.
It can also be grumpy. It can also be the official grumpy color.
I will absolutely die on this hill.
For when Alex gets on a heater. Welcome to hell. Alex's handle used to be demonic crypto. And right now, man, there it is.
Got a lot of flack for that one, but it was literally just my old Xbox gamer tag. Still is to this day. And I just was not creative enough to come up with a different one, and that was it. I never expected this to like be a thing. I was sort of like doing it for fun, and then it sort of, did a thing. That old trope. Anyway.
Another rapid fire question comes from a friend of the show, Austin. Good to see you, brother. Who asks, Evan, you got the Coinbase credit card, right? How are you liking it? I'm debating on applying. First, Alex, did you get the Coinbase card yet?
Nope.
Oh, really?
Nope.
Wow.
Despite being an OG American Express member, no, they haven't sent me anything. And for that, you get a, where is it? Come back.
Not ideal. This is a gross.
I mean,
stall. Sorry.
There you go. Yeah. Thank you. American Express with the Gwump. Okay. Well, I will tell Austin that I do like it. I was so sad when I had applied for it and was told I was getting it. And like the week or whatever I had to wait in the mail, I think I had to buy some home improvement material for this cat house I've been building forever. And I spent a couple $100 on like all the materials on it. And I was just thinking to myself, man, I wish I had my Bitcoin card. And now that I have it, every time I spend it, I get a little excited about it. I don't have a ton of assets on Coinbase. I don't have a ton of assets. I get the 2% back, or maybe I get 2.5% or something like that. I think I get 2% though. I also get Bitcoin rewards for something else on Coinbase, and I just can't remember what. So I'm like racking up.
Bitcoin.
Bitcoin is Bitcoin, and I'm pretty sure I've gotten at least another $100 of Bitcoin from my regular spending. So it makes me feel thrilled, because over time, we said it on the morning show today. If you haven't heard it yet, go check out the most recent episode of Seeking Alpha, the Seeking Alpha podcast. I believe the URL is Seeking Alpha Pod. Maybe Alex, you can fact check me real quick. Lindsay and Larissa hosted a live show, and one of the analogies they used to talk about Bitcoin as a store of value is land, physical land. Buying Bitcoin is like buying land, but better. And so, if you're getting it, even in small amounts, in my book, that's a win every single time. Was I right on the URL, brother?
Stand by.
Stand by.
Stall.
Seeking Alpha Pod, I think. Podcast. If you Google it, you'll find it. Sevish says, I got the Coinbase card. Jeff says, I'm worried the Coinbase credit card would flag me as a crypto holder. Get wrench wrecked. That's really interesting. I haven't had anybody in all the places I've used it and shown it to them say anything about it. And I don't know, Alex, you probably feel this way. If somebody wanted to wrench attack me because like I'm Mr. Crypto, like anybody, even if you don't know me, if you find me somewhere in the world, it's probably because I'm talking about crypto publicly. And I would hate to be the guy who attacked me with a wrench, because he would be like, that's it. You know what I mean? Sorry to disappoint you, but is what it is. Do you have a URL for me?
I can't find it.
Oh no, I can't believe it.
It's not that one. I'll have to text Lindsay and get the thing. I don't know what it is.
It is
Found them on
seeking,
YouTube.
it is
if you look up,
seekingalphapod.com. It was saved in my history. Thank God. Google
That
Chrome.
didn't-
I could have. Not
that led
Seeking
to a
Sister
broken link
Wife,
for me.
Seeking Alpha Pod. Also at linktr.ee/Seeking Alpha Pod. You can get all their stuff. We love them. And Alex is maybe cooking a little something with Lindsay.
Yes, absolutely.
So very
Should
cool.
have more information tomorrow.
Wow, tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, I think it might be time. You want to take me over and show me what you've been cooking on Basecamp?
Oh boy, do I!
I thought you'd never ask, he said.
And actually, I just deployed a fresh version to go live, and I put the link in a public forum post in the circle, so now everybody can see it.
Everybody can see it. I love that.
Everybody.
So that's community.rumshq.com. Once again, even more. The only thing missing is you. Keep your questions coming. I'm going to take note of them while Alex is doing a little screen share. And quickly, while he's doing it, the Coinbase card does have a spending limit, and it depends entirely on your personal financial situation. It's an American Express card. So you are applying for a line of credit with American Express. So that's the rub there. Hang on, Alex. I'm going to come through with the screen share in just a second. I realized I need to adjust something. Now, what are we looking at?
All right, so this is the homepage, and this was a new feature that I just added, which is anonymous account creation and anonymous data storage. Because what I really wanted to do was let people start things and then keep track of them without having to give me any of their personal information, because I'm vibe coding this. This is being built with a tool called Replit, and I am not comfortable collecting people's personally identifiable information and storing it somewhere in this random AI tools database. No shade to Replit. I'm sure they're solid. I just don't know enough to know that for sure. So I'd rather not take the chance. I don't need the T app happening over here. So this is basically what it is. It's kind of like I got the idea from private keys, honestly. So basically what happens is that you would complete work inside of Basecamp, and you would save it to a session that it will save completely anonymously. And it generates this key, this code here in the middle. This is kind of what it would look like, just random letters and numbers. And you can save that. And then anytime you could go back to Basecamp and enter that code, and it will bring up the session associated with that code, and you can pick up right where you left off. And actually what's cool is that someone like me could set up a session for anybody and give you the code for it, and then you could directly import that session without having to download anything, or without me having to give you any of my own information to pull it up. So I could like set you up with a profit taking thing or some like tax stuff or some whatever, and send you the session, and you could go right in there and pick it up exactly where I left it off. I'm very excited about this.
I am too. That's really killer.
So, and then if you select later, anywhere on the website, you can just hit save, and it will pull that up for you. And you can always load a key in right there just by opening an access code right there. Okay, so that's the newest thing. Let's see. I've been working on the sandbox here. So there's a lot of simulators. There's a wallet set up. So this one you would walk through and password. This kind of lets you just like simulate what it looks like to create a wallet, and gives you a practice. So like here's a fake seed phrase. There's some security warnings. You've written it down, blah, blah, blah. You kind of click through this whole thing. I'd like to make this interface look like different wallets just so it looks a little bit more familiar, but this is basically how they all go.
Dude, that would be so cool. The Trust Wallet version, the MetaMask version, practice with Ledger, etc. Oh, dude.
Then there's also a send and receive simulator, so you can practice receiving or sending crypto in the sandbox. So if you hit send, you'd be able to pick something, gives you a rough estimate on the whole thing. Solana, whatever, pick your thing, enter a Solana address, yada, yada, use a sample address here. It makes you a fake one. It even gives you the little Solana addresses are what they're written in. And then, make up a transaction, send it. you'd get to review it, click sign, all that good stuff. There's also a sandbox. So this is like a fake trading simulator where you can like buy fake crypto with fake money and then watch it go up and down in value and kind of practice selling it and buying more of it and all that good stuff. There's a leverage trading simulator. If you have no idea how leverage trading works, you can open up a fake profile here with fake money and pretend to take out shorts and longs and see how it changes and watch yourself get liquidated and all that good stuff. There's a DeFi swap, which is exactly what it sounds like. Practice swapping one crypto for another using a classic DEX interface. There's a staking one. I haven't done any work on this one yet. Centralized exchange, withdrawal, and then actually this is a new one. So excuse the giant.
It's a fat red candle, man.
But basically what you could do, so let's see, actually here, let's see if it works. So you could pick one of these TA things. So cup and handle, I've heard of that. And then you could, it kind of gives you a little bit of a bit, you know, what the hell is it? And then you could simulate watching one play out, and it will just let a bunch of candles get created and draw out what that pattern looks like.
For the people in podcast land, it's got like a progress bar that says we're on candle 13 of 70, 14 of 70, 15, and it shows you how complete it is. And it shows you, just like you'd expect to see, green and red candles moving on a price chart, adding more and more to the right under the definition, which says cup and handle, a bullish continuation pattern resembling a teacup, U-shaped bottom followed by a small consolidation. And you can watch it play out again and again. You can make it faster or slower. Very, very cool.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, I feel like the candles leave a little something to be desired still, but I like get it. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the actual physical structure of the candles looks different than what it looks like on some, like on TradingView. But I feel like that's probably easy to fix.
No, definitely. I mean, they're awful. I hate that it starts off with like one candle that takes up the whole screen and then like condenses it. I wish you could like, I mean, I have to change it. But you know, it needs a lot of work. And you can change it. Right now, there's only these. I just loaded like the most classic, common ones that I had heard of at first, but you know, there's more.
Dude, I wish we could load in some of the custom ones, the Godzilla pattern.
Oh, I'll put the Godzilla pattern in there.
We need the Godzilla pattern, dude.
And of course, it wouldn't be complete without a bunch of jargon stuff. So you can sort by either, you know, everything crypto specific, finance specific, or blockchain tech related. This is kind of cool. So you have your little deal. Other words that are, you know, relevant to understanding how this works, and then the ability to click into those and go straight to their definition. There's like 140 some odd terms there. This one is pretty cool. This is the one that's getting all of the attention right now. The start here. So there's just a ton of stuff here. Everything that you can do on the website, links out to all sorts of helpful stuff, places to get started with everything. You know, 6-step plan to get started from the absolute beginning, common mistakes, a whole bunch of all of these click out into like explainers and definitions with all of these different deals that it's important to know. Of course, there's a link to the community right there. There is underneath tools. Let's see, actually, where do we go here? Here. Okay, tools, yeah. So progress. So this is kind of neat. This is like there's a tax calculator, a portfolio tracker, and a profit-taking planner that all exist underneath like my progress. So, you know, this would be worth it to save to a profile. But you can import like a specific position, and you can kind of track out like, okay, well, I would really like to take some profit at a couple different levels. You know, give me a suggestion, and it will write you a profit-taking plan that you could save and export and use or tweak or do whatever. There's also a thing, just because I'm always complaining about this, you can figure out how much tax you would owe in different scenarios based on where you live and your income and all that kind of stuff. So you can put all that information in there. Not like street address, but like country or state, just to give it a little bit of relevance there. And then the portfolio tracker, I haven't really done anything with this yet, but it's very similar to every other portfolio tracker. You can put your stuff in there and track the positions. And then the last thing is, let's see, this one is getting some work. So this one, you could either upload a CSV with a bunch of transactions and get some information about it, or you can download specifically from Binance or Coinbase so far. I'd like to add more, or you can add transactions manually, or you can add your wallet address and it will pull them automatically right off the Blockchain Explorer.
Dude, Coinly is shaking in their boots.
Hell yeah. Anyway, so yeah.
Alex, you got some follow-up questions. The first one, of course, is tell us again how we can access this to test it and give you feedback now.
Okay, so if you go to the circle, which I'll just throw right up here, community.rumshq.com, which is our free to join community, and you come right down here to the
Man,
public
could you
forum.
zoom in on that? Because my tiny phone is average size. Thank you very much.
Over here on the menu, come down here underneath free community area. There's a public forum. And then over here, you can see, let's see, how does
you could even type in the search. Alex, the easiest way to do it, honestly, would be to go to the search bar. Yep. There's a search bar at the top. It's behind the After Dark logo, I do believe. But you can just search for the, I don't know, whatever you'd call it.
There we go.
Boom.
So
there it is.
If you search for Basecamp, you will find my post from the other day, Blockchain Basecamp Testing Grounds. And if you go right here, there's a post, and underneath it is a link, Crypto Tax Pro Replit app. That is my link that I'll keep updated with the newest version, and you can go play around with it. The whole thing's free, and anybody can try it out and tell me what you think. Tell me what sucks. Tell me what's good. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you hate. Tell me what's annoying to use, what's not, a feature that you wish was there, something you don't think you would ever use, literally anything. I want all of the feedback. It doesn't really have any feedback. I'm basically just doing this off the top of my head. So whatever you think.
Yeah. And it's come a long way. The first time Alex showed this to me, it was, I'm trying to think of the error it was doing that was just such a nuisance and so annoying. I can't even remember now what it was that I was like, oh man, you know, what a pain in my butt it was for some reason.
It just wouldn't let you type numbers without screwing them up.
Oh yeah, that's right. It wouldn't let me it wouldn't even let me put like a 0 in front of a number, or you know, it was just like little piddly stuff like that would make you go like, oh, you know what I mean?
There is no mobile app. It's just a website right now, but it is mobile friendly, so you can do it on your phone too. There's a mobile version. But yes,
absolutely
it's a website.
Love it. Jolyn wants to know, can you share TradingView tips and tricks with the screen share, please? New here. I got to say, Jolyn, I don't know much personally about TradingView. The guy you want to ask is Will Watson.
Yep.
But you know what else? You should jump into the RUMS community too, because we have a ton of people who are technical analysts there. Alex and I could probably teach you a thing or two about it, and we know more than we let on when we're playing ourselves on TV, but TradingView is not a tool we're familiar with. Doug is also in that chat, and Doug and Will host a show on Monday nights, but that you can listen to anywhere, called Market Watch, Rise Up Market Watch, and that is all they do. If you go to rumshq.com, RUMSHQ.com, you can find the links to all of our socials. I recommend looking at YouTube or looking at your favorite podcasting platform, because we've got playlists of all of our shows, Rise Up After Dark, the Rise Up Morning Show, and Rise Up Market Watch. And any of them will be helpful to you. And if you just want to start from the beginning, the resource you need at rumshq.com is Will's Intro to Technical Analysis class. He takes you from like the beginning. He introduces himself, talks a little about like what is the art and craft of technical analysis. And then he teaches you a couple of the most common indicators, like the ones you saw in Basecamp, as well as like how to read them. It's at rumshq.com. You click the drop-down menu and go to classes and digital downloads, and you'll see it right there. You can buy it with a click. And the real alpha is it's $49.99. You get the class recording, you get all Will's notes. But the real alpha is if you go to the community and sign up for a premium membership, we can tell you how to do it. It's 10 days free, then it's $30 a month. You get like every class. I think the discount becomes either $29.99 or $19.99. It's a significant discount, and you get a lot of free stuff like access to free office hours, which is basically, we don't do a ton of coaching, but you get free group coaching. And if you want to book like a one-on-one coaching, it's like big time discount. So if that's you, you're trying to learn that stuff, a session can go a long way. A class like this can go a long way. Getting into a community of users who do this stuff regularly goes a long way. We try to be attentive on the live show, but we don't always have the expertise on hand, and we don't know everything, and we don't always see every question. But that's the place the show lives 24/7. And really, I say it because it's true. The only thing missing is you. So get in there, test out Blockchain Basecamp. Alex, I'm giving you a point for it.
Just one? I'll take
Yep.
it. I can't believe you didn't gwump me for showing the screenshot.
No, man. I can't even play about it. That is such a cool website. And what I love about it is, plug Replit again. How much money have you spent on the Replit tool to build that whole thing out?
I want someone, just because I love I haven't made you guys guess a number in a hot minute. I want someone to try to guess how much I've spent on Replit to build this. And I will give you a little bit of context.
Okay.
It's been months, and I've spent dozens of hours of time prompting, letting it work. I would say, right now at this point, when I put in an update, it's relatively like a lengthy prompt. And usually the amount of time it takes to complete the work that I ask it to do, every single prompt is between 15 minutes on the short end and like an hour and a half on the long end. So, and I'll do that 2-3 times a day. I see a guess at Sivish says 76. I see 47.33. I see 20, 40, 50.
This is Dave said $205.
Yikes.
256. 73.47. What's up with the 4s and 7s and 3s? Oh my gosh. Monthly, Dave says probably $100. 28K. Oh my gosh. Or negative 350. Look at these guys. Now you're just trolling. Austin says 0. Okay, spoil it for us, Alex. What is it?
Not bad guesses. I think
bad.
Grand total, I've spent about $35.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is just crazy, the amount of work it did.
Yeah, 35, maybe we're getting close to 40. I'd have to look. But you can pay like $25 a month, but you don't really get a lot. Or you can pay by the work minute, and it's a pretty decent rate, especially if you're like efficient and you have it do a bunch at the same time. But it's not bad. Not bad at all.
My bad to Dave in the comments. I read 205. He said $20 sign.
Yeah,
My
I saw
old
the dollar
eyes over
sign.
here.
I saw 5 too.
Sorry,
Sorry,
pal.
Dave. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm like blown away by how good it is. Like I said, I don't mean to say that I don't want to collect information because I'm like sketched out by Replit. I just feel weird about that. No shade. I'm sure that, they have a ton of security stuff in there that if I like knew more about code, I would probably feel a lot better about. But I'd have to defer to an engineer. I'm honestly, that's another thing. I've done all this without really any like coding knowledge. I'm just kind of like talking to it and explaining to it what I would like and why I don't like a feature that it has, or what needs to be better, what needs to get worked on, whatever. I just have like very specific, detailed conversations with it. But honestly, ChatGPT, Perplexity, Copilot, whatever, has been helpful in that too. I've told it like, hey, I'm building something with Replit and I'm trying to communicate this. Like, what's the best, most efficient way that I could say this? And I get the two working together. And
you can export the code, right? Like, have it just make you a book of code.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dave suggests run it through Lovable and Orchids, and I've got to imagine it might be more expensive at like the size and complexity that surely it is now to run it through a bunch of other. But maybe that's the way to do it. I don't know.
No, honestly, at this point, I would probably just hire somebody. Like once it was at a thing to like do a real audit on it. But I've used Lovable. I haven't used Orchids, but I've used Lovable. I like this one better than Lovable.
I started building a little game on it the other day just to try it out. I was building a leverage trading game that was like an 8-bit MIDI game. Yeah, I got sick and tired. I should build one on Remix. Honestly, I think it would be a better experience and more fun. But I just wanted to use Lovable, and I was talking to the White Whale or somebody about leverage trading, and I was like, oh, maybe I can build like a cute little fun. If you win, you get fancy watches and yachts and girlfriends, and if you lose, you just get wrecked and it starts raining on your head, and you got like patches in your elbows. But I really want to build a POAP claim thing that I can embed into our website.
Oh, hell yeah.
And I had another idea for one the other day that I was like, oh, that could be my fun little side project. After I get this cat house done, that could be my fun side project. I'll tell you something I did today that's really cool and give out some points. I got to give some points too. I'm always giving points to Christina. I got to give some points to Kimberly today. And I'll give some to Christina in a minute. But Kimberly, my fiance, and I went to look at some of our first potential wedding venues. And it was actually really fun.
Yes, you
I
can do
have
it at
to
my
say.
house.
Yeah, perfect. Great. I'll be there.
I am a big fan of this.
Can we bring pirates?
Absolutely, and I'll clean up the dog poop before you get here.
Perfect. So shout out to Kimberly for being wonderful. She gets 5 points. I'm also going to give Christina 5 points because I can't believe it's been this long in a show that I haven't given her 5 points. And there's still plenty of time for you to earn points. If you've got a crypto question, if you've got a suggestion, a prediction, let us know. We've got a couple back here about the price of Bitcoin. Chris Moore has been talking about AVAX. I want to highlight this for you, Alex. He said, do you think it's a good time to dollar cost average into AVAX? So I responded with my character limit comment and said, well, what's your average buy price? What's your price target? What's your time frame? Hard to know, you know? And he said, well, I've been buying it for about a year and a half. So even a guy who doesn't do technical analysis, being here every day, I know that at that time it was pretty cheap a year and a half ago. I think that was after it had come down from like the 40s and 50s and was, you know, making its way down. And he said, I was looking at maybe getting out around 2026, which tells me that he's maybe bullish on not necessarily the end of the year, but sometime after it, sees all the macro stuff happening, is been here long enough to pay attention. And what I like about that is I don't think it matters so much what I think AVAX is going to do. I think it matters that you're paying attention like that you have a plan and that you have conviction to follow through with it so far for a year and a half, and you're paying attention to it along the way. I would say, depending on how active you like to be, maybe don't hesitate to swing trade it a little. If you have an average buy price of $15 and it goes up to $25 one day,
What's the average cost basis?
He did not say what his average cost basis was. I'm still waiting for that, but he said he'd been DCAing for a year and a half. So if you zoom out on the chart, he's probably had some good opportunities to buy. $23, he says. What's the price at now? Like $30? Oh, you pulling it up? Oh, are you using a little blockchain Basecamp on this?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, hang on. Here comes the screen share. People in podcast land, we are on the profit-taking planner page of Blockchain Basecamp. Look at Alex just smiling at the camera.
This is cool. Chris, I would love it if you would use this and tell me what you think should be added into here, since you have a legitimate reason to look at this thing. So right now there are two methods of profit taking that you can do. Ladder out if you're just looking to escape from something, or swing trade if you have continued conviction and you would like to try to capitalize on some of the volatility. I'm gonna do swing trade here.
Yeah, and he says he consistently has held a main bag and sold or bought 5 to 10% at a time. So he's just doing some light swing trading. I like that.
Perfect. Okay, sweet. Actually, I can use that. So let's, I'm just going to make up some numbers. Chris, do not feel like you have to provide any of this information. I'm going to pretend that I have $1,500 sitting on the side with which I am ready to buy if the position or the opportunity presents itself. And I'm going to pretend that right now I have 50 AVAX. Dip and pump threshold percentages. Say this would be like, at what percentage up or down am I looking to do something, whether that's buying or selling? I'm going to say 10, just to be a little bit more likely to hit something. And then you said 5, so let's just change this. Cash per buy, we're going to be buying with 5% and selling with 10. But you could change this to whatever. Set up the swing trade. Okay, sweet. And then over here, it gives you a readout of what it is that you're looking at. So the balance, oh, I got to fix that. That zero is sticking out of the box. Your USDC or your USD reserve, your next buy price, if it fell 10%, would be at 1770. The next sell, if it rose 10%, would be 2164. And then your buy trigger here. So it would let you know if you were wanting to buy a 10% dip with 5% of your stock, that would be a $75 buy, or selling would be selling 5 AVAX, which would be 10% of your holdings. And here's what that would look like with just a little bit different. And you could export that plan too if you wanted to.
Yeah, and if you wanted to automate it, tell us where you trade, Chris, but most exchanges are going to have some sort of limit order that you can set, and they might allow you to set consecutive orders. And if not, it'd be a level 2 thing probably to use a decentralized exchange, but it wouldn't have to be difficult. Okay, Chris is on Robinhood right now. So
Nice.
I don't know off the top of my head that Robinhood does limit orders. I would imagine they do. I know their crypto is less flexible, becoming more flexible. So let us know if they do limit orders and if you use them for crypto. But that would be what I would do. I would be looking at this kind of thing. And if you felt comfortable swing trading, I would just, on a Sunday or whenever you have 5 minutes, I'd go to an app like this, set your targets, go to your app, Robinhood, set your targets, and then forget about it. And then look at it again next Sunday. And if your order's hit and you got some more AVAX, great. And if not, don't sweat it, because it sounds like your position is great. He said he's got plenty of tokens, would like to accumulate more, it sounds like, but got to take those profits.
So you can put in any of those numbers and, whatever percentages you're interested in, just re-hit the setup and it'll refresh all of these numbers over here and you'd be able to see, what the expected profits would be and all that good stuff. And the cool thing is too, that you can play with this and see the expected profits, and you could actually take these numbers and walk over here to the tax calculator and you could figure out what your obligation would be right there as well. And I'll have to check. I don't know. I don't have Avalanche integrated here yet. Right now it's just ETH, Bitcoin, and Sol, but I could add that. Anyway, sweet. Real world example.
I couldn't switch at the time.
It.
So fast.
That's one for me. I win.
That's one for you. That's definitely one for you. Listen, Alex, I don't think you've given me a single point yet. So I'm going to go on
that's
that.
Not true. I gave you one. I gave you one. Yeah.
I revoked
Did you not count it? Okay.
No.
That's fair.
But now I'm going to write it down. Thank you very much.
One last time, Peaches, just for you. If you would like to test that out, honestly, I would really appreciate it. It's completely free to try, and there's no wrong way. You'll probably break something because I'm sure there are problems. If you do break something, please tell me what you broke so that I can figure out where the problem came from. You're not going to ruin anything. It's like it's your own instance. I didn't mean break it as in ruin it for me. I meant you just like run into an existing problem. But if you go to our free to join community, community.rumshq.com, it's in the public forum. If you just search at the top, search Basecamp, you'll find it. It's the only result that comes up if you search for Basecamp.
Yeah, and if you can't find it, you can message in any channel there, and somebody helpful will almost certainly say. What I recommend, it drops you off in a channel called Start Here that tells you like, hey, this is our community. These are some channels you can click into. It's kind of like a Facebook group or a Discord server. It's lighter than Discord, more robust than Facebook, but the user experience is pretty simple. You can find a place to type a message, and if you do, we will see it. And chances are like 5 or 6 people will be like, hey, welcome. So glad you're here. Hey, welcome. Good to see you. And we'll be there too. So we would love the feedback. The more people who test this, the less times I have to test it.
No, you're not.
You understand me?
You're not getting away from this.
Oh, no.
The more times you test it, the more times Evan will have to test it.
Am I going to be eligible for the airdrop?
Absolutely not. I'm going to take your airdrop and give it to somebody else.
Oh, no. We had somebody ask us, what's the token generating event that we're most excited for? And I saw your comment response. This is something like, honestly, none.
Correct.
Is that right?
Yes.
I tried to see if I was eligible for the Monad claim. And that was like the hottest one lately. The other one before that was the Midnight claim. Cardano's trying to stay relevant. And I have been active in our space doing stuff from many wallets for years. And I wasn't eligible for, diddly squat. So
I didn't even look because I just assumed I'm not because it's been a minute. But I was also used it pretty heavily, although they soured me greatly after Sunday Swap. I will never forget. I'll never forget
Sunday Swap. Man, never forget staking thousands of dollars for tens, for maybe
tens
for fives.
Yeah, it wasn't even. I don't even know that it was multiple tens, to be very honest with you. By the time I was done with that bullshit, what a rug.
Oh my gosh.
What a rug. I was so excited about that too. I was all stoked. It was like the first airdrop I was ever going to participate in. And then it was like the biggest. You know what? There you go. You get one.
Yep. Give it to him. That's to Cardano. Sunday Swap.
Cardano. Yeah.
Sunday. So who else did you give a Guam to a minute ago? Was it American Express?
American Express.
That's right. Whew.
Although.
One in the hole.
I might retract that one because remind me, someone told me that it was actually not American Express isn't issuing the card. They're just like the network. The card's actually issued by a different company. So maybe my gwump to American Express is not fully deserved. Their name's on the card.
Their name is on the card. Hang on. But there is
another
another
name on the back?
There
Yeah.
is. It's
As soon as you say it,
see
I'll
if I
remember.
can-
They told me what it was.
offered by Cardless, issued by First Electronic Bank pursuant to a license from
There it is.
American Express. So First Electronic Bank is like it's kind of like Ondo Securitize and the Biddle Fund is the relationship that like American Express, First Digital, whatever I said, bank, and Coinbase have. You know, one of them is like the one who's got the licenses and registrations to operate as a bank or a creditor. One of them is like the one who has the licenses to get the card. And the other one is like, well, we got the customers and the distribution, and, you know, they're all working together to just make some money by giving you more Bitcoin when you use their dollars.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely something that I did you see Erica's video about the gold seller and her conversation with them about Bitcoin?
No, what did it say? This is Perk Insights on TikTok, our friend Erica.
It was an interesting conversation. I would really like to hear more about it, but this just reminded me of it because we're talking about Bitcoin rewards, and it popped in my head. Something that came from this is that she was talking to someone who is a gold seller by trade.
Yeah.
And was also very Bitcoin literate and not necessarily opposed to it, but still liked gold more. And it's one of the reasons that I saw she gave in that video was that, you know how, and what's interesting is that we've actually used this argument that he used as a negative for Bitcoin as a positive. And I thought that was interesting. It's all about perspective. The argument was there's not enough Bitcoin that exists for every millionaire in the world to have a whole one. And so the positive spin on that would be that they will pay more to get one, and it will just push the price higher. His perspective on it was that they will be annoyed by that and just stick to gold because they could continue to get more, because they will continue to find more and pull more out of the ground, and you could continue to hoard more, and its value has been established. And but it was interesting to hear someone who was not like a Bitcoin bear or like a Schiff, a gold bug, hates Bitcoin kind of thing. It was like someone who understood and appreciated both, but just like tends to prefer one. I thought it was interesting. I would like to hear more about that conversation, but it was cool.
I heard another really good conversation on Unchained. The episode is why Bitcoin could hit $150,000. I know, right? What is it with them and having great conversations? Although
honestly annoying, Laura, for real.
Partner of the show, the White Whale, had a tweet recently calling them out for, I don't know if you've listened to any of the last couple of episodes, but they have recently done a partnership with Binance. And yes. I think they've had a couple of, my criticism, if I have to offer one for Laura, is she's got the timeliest, most relevant. She could partner with anybody. I really think she's got the best show. I love her show.
I've always said, like, to people who ask me at conferences, like, what's your goal? I always say, like, I kind of want to be Laura when I grow up. Because right now the attitude when someone has like big news to share is like, I got to call Laura. And I'm like, I'm very jealous.
She's been doing the work for a long time. So,
she's killer. She's so good.
'Tis a consummation devoutly to be wished. And this is unchainedcrypto.com. If you're not hip to this is a great put you in touch with primary sources. She just had Arthur Hayes, Bitwise, and he's a regular guest. I mean, she has everybody all the time. And she has the Binance sponsorship thing. She can get anybody she wants to sponsor that show, I'm sure, but she's taken sponsorship from Polkadot, like part of their let's spend $70 million on nothing campaign. That was probably their best ROI spend, but it's all like ad reads. And
no shade to Laura, just like it didn't matter.
I know, and I don't know, this is totally conjecture and commentary, and I'm not like bashing or picking on her, but I do think I don't know. I think it sends a conflicting signal, and I get it. You got to make that money, and she has the reputation and credibility and integrity to take money from anybody, and I'm sure has good reasons for it. But the specific commercial they have crafted to read for Binance just sounds like Binance flexing on everybody through Laura's voice and platform. You know what I mean? It just feels insidious, and the White Whale called it out, rightfully so. And
yeah,
I brought that up though to say I heard a really good Bitcoin interview on the show, and it was Lawrence Lepard. He's an investment manager, and he just talked really really cogently about like not just Bitcoin, but like gold, stocks, silver. It's a double episode where she also interviews the director of Code is Law, James Craig. But he just, it's a different perspective. Somebody who bought a lot of gold and started to buy Bitcoin because of it, and what he sees as valuable, as not, as challenging, as opportunity. It was really cool. So check that out. Bitcoin, $150,000 Bitcoin is the tag for the title. And I also want to tell you, if you're looking for something to listen to, that our friends at Octant are hosting a DeFi summit tomorrow. This is going to be over on X at Octant app. They have got a killer lineup of speakers you're going to recognize. They've got Sandeep Nawal, the founder of Polygon. They've got Smokey the Barra from Barachain. They've got, you name it, all kinds of people. Mashal Wakar, Nico Gallardo, people who are actively moving the needle, building DeFi protocols all around. And I got the call earlier today that they had somebody no longer able to moderate a panel with Sandeep, with Arjun, and then Andre from LiFi about DeFi aggregation and pulling liquidity together. So I'm very proud to represent the Rise Up Morning Show, the Rise Up After Dark Show, Market Watch, powered by Polygon, to the CEO of Polygon. And I just know it's going to be a great conversation. That's happening at 12:15 Eastern, which is 11:15 Central, which is 5 p.m. 15 minutes UTC. I don't know. You're gonna have to fact check me on that, but come through and they will record it so that whenever you listen, you can check it out. I would love to see a lot of you there. It's going to be a great way to get in touch with primary sources, and that's something you ought to do if you're trying to learn how to use crypto. Don't just listen to influencers and people like us who can say whatever they want on their own fake radio show. Go hear from the people who are building these protocols, because they're out there and you can talk to them. Alex, what are you checking out?
I'm just looking forward to your panel. I was just following up a couple quick questions that we had. So noticed that so Rob on Facebook was asking if so Elipal is not continuing. Apparently, I'd have to look into this. I'm learning this as we speak.
What?
They're not continuing with their hot wallet options as of the 31st. And he's used his hot wallet to onboard to Aave and to Maple. Are the assets safe? So that's something we could look into. I would say in general, if support for something is ending, I would probably move to something else just to be safe. But I can definitely look into that a little bit more because I genuinely do not know exactly what the situation is, or support for what is ending, or what's still going to be usable. I would imagine that they have some literature available to understand fully. If they don't, that'd be weird.
Look that up, and I want to give a comment on that, which is to say that if you are using their hot wallet, it is a self-custody wallet, which means that when you signed up, they gave you a seed phrase. That's 12 or 24 secret words that can be used to restore all the private keys that wallet has for you. You can take that seed phrase to any wallet interface. You can take it to MetaMask. You could take it to Trust Wallet. You could take it to Phantom Wallet. I would start with Trust, and the reason is because Trust Wallet supports more networks and tokens than any other hot wallet provider. So whatever networks and tokens you had on Elipal, they probably will show up in your Trust Wallet. And Trust Wallet makes it pretty easy if there's a network that they don't natively support to add a custom network so you can see other tokens too. Alex, do you have an update there? Or do you need
just first of all, this is literally a reaction from them to
from Brandon
the
LaRoque
XRP breach. Yeah.
Wow. Brandon LaRoque was the investor who lost $3 million in XRP because he did not know he was using a hot wallet by Elipal instead of a cold wallet only. He was confused about the distinction in their app, which had a user interface that was like, if it's red, it's hot. If it's blue, it's whatever. It wasn't clear to him. And he compromised his wallet. Wow. Good on them being responsive to it, but I wonder if they're going to fumble this ball. Like, as you said, like there's probably literature about it, but how many people are going to miss it? How many people are going to wake up one day and,
I think, like you said, it's definitely worth noting that, a wallet that has a seed phrase available for it can be moved somewhere else. So that would be my first step, just as you just described. Yeah, the recommendations, this is from Perplexity here, is just to withdraw funds and move them to something else, or like Evan said, import that same wallet to something else. Wallets are wallets, and just because their software is no longer supporting the interface to let you do hot wallet things does not mean that like they're deleting accounts. That would be crazy. I will say the big headline here is don't panic. Your assets are safe on chain. The wallet app is just an interface. Your funds will remain on the blockchain as long as you have your recovery phrase / seed phrase. You can always import them into a new wallet. So definitely make sure you have that saved somewhere safe, not online.
Yeah, not online, not on your phone that connects to the internet that you go to Starbucks and order your latte with. You want to write that down on a piece of paper, or you want to use it on a device that doesn't touch the internet, maybe anywhere except your home. Because what happened to Brandon LaRoque is almost certainly that somebody compromised his phone, surveilled his internet traffic, sent him a bad link, and because his seed phrase was on the device, on the internet, somewhere, there was more surface area for a bad guy to grab onto it. We still don't know exactly what happened, but we're confident that when he made that wallet hot, he created a surface area for them to grab onto, and that's just, it's just rough. It just goes to show you, lots of people still need help from companies like Elipal.
Yep.
Better solutions, better education. Got this comment from FicFam. Pardon me if I mispronounced your name, Fic. I'm struggling to see it against the background. He says, guys, I'm in a high school club and we have a startup idea about Web3 creator economy. You'll love to hear it. Alex said, nice. First of all, FicFam, welcome to the show. Got to give him a point. Second of all, jump in the community and tell us more about it. We would love to help you. We had Carla God, who's a builder on Base, come in and show us what she's working on. After one of the shows we were doing, she came to the Circle after show, and she's building something called BitSave Protocol. And they are like a savings account solution. Set up a savings goal. They'll help you achieve it on chain. And she was trying to connect to vault curation partners to try and generate some safe yield for people while they're saving. And we absolutely love highlighting what people in the community are building. So if you're building something, if you've got an idea, we want to connect you with friends who can help, and maybe we can have you on the show. So thanks for stopping by, Fic. Jump in the community at community.rumshq.com. Alex, what are you thinking we should do for this giveaway? Is this the premium giveaway? Tomorrow's a costume giveaway.
Correct.
Okay, so if you're a premium member listening now or in the future, that means you're automatically entered for a chance to win this Arculus wallet. I will give you a moment. If you want to join a premium trial, this is the real hack. Every time we announce we're doing a premium only giveaway, you can go to community.rumshq.com. You can sign up for premium, or go to just the main website, rumshq.com. It'll show you a little pop-up there like, hey, do you want to start a premium trial? You can get it free for 10 days, then you can cancel it. I'm pretty sure you can start it again and again and again. So maybe if you just want to game the contest we do for premium members, you can just start a membership, with 5 minutes left in the show. I know, right? Totally rug. But you could do that right now. If you want to be eligible, I'll give you 5 minutes. Community.rumshq.com. You can sign up for a premium trial. If you don't like what you find there, just cancel it. But honestly, the value is, we hope, immense. And then we'll do a drawing for all our premium members who really are the very best part of what we do. I like this follow-up question from Bearded Alex. He asks, is getting an RFID sleeve for my Arculus wallet the safest way to travel with it?
Not necessary.
Not necessary. Is that so? I feel like Dr. Lowe said something about that, but I don't remember. What's the TLDR there, Alex?
Yeah, I would have to go back and pull up all of the specifics about why. But I have looked at that before, just because I have a wallet that's RFID blocking, and I was curious. But no, it's not necessary. I forget the name. I'll look it up after that so I can tell you the right thing and you could Google it. But there is like a specific secure element. I'll look up what it's called. But it's like not susceptible to RFID scan attacks. Let me look it up so I'm not just like making shit up over here.
And we will have Dr. Adam Lowe, I hope, back on the show sometime soon. We haven't scheduled it yet, but the Arculus team has been super responsive. They've been in the chat on TikTok a couple of times so far already this week, but we have got it on our list to get him back. If you missed his first appearance on the Rise Up Morning Show, I can't remember if it was episode 330, 31, 32, 33. It was 330 something. And I believe the title is clickbaity, like Arculus versus Ledger. You can find it in the YouTube morning show playlist or on your favorite podcast app. But Dr. Adam Lowe is in the second half of that episode. We also hosted Blake Kim from Myosin. And Dr. Lowe goes through what makes the wallet secure, how Compost Secure came up with the idea for Arculus, compares it to their competitors. It's a stacked episode. And
yeah, that's a good one.
He's a great guest.
All right, I got you. Thank you for the stall. So it's called CCEAL 6+ is the rating that this secure element has, which is similar to passports and some other payment cards. All communication is encrypted, and signing requires 3FA, three-factor authentication, your biometric, your PIN, and a physical tap of the card to the phone. So simply scanning to steal, even if it worked, wouldn't be enough to actually make something happen. And then NFC actually has a proximity range of only a couple centimeters, so there's no broadcast, which is interesting.
Yeah.
The private keys never leave the device. The chip will not transmit or authorize anything without a PIN and approval from the app simultaneously, which negates the skimming risk, like some other credit cards.
I remember he said that now. That's the best part about it. Yeah. So it's like RFID could be a concern, but because of the way they designed those other features, it's not.
Yeah.
Absolutely killer.
Yeah. Great question. Evan?
Yes.
I'm going to need you to tell me how to get to the members list and circle for the random.
I can go there.
Okay.
If you want me to. You need to just stall for me for a little bit, and I will get us there. And I will let you pick a number. That'll be great.
You gotta just give me the range.
I'll give you a range.
Sorry, podcast land.
People in podcast land are saying, "What the heck is this?"
Got to do a POAP just for the podcast land and figure out how to do it.
And speaking of POAPs, the podcast land POAP, honestly, that would be great. How would we verify it though?
It's just put it in the description of the podcast episodes and nowhere else. Can you do that?
Yes, I can. That's such a genius idea. And I love that because then everybody is going to have to go to our podcast to find the POAP. Listen, if you want to do something to help the show, this is, doesn't do you any good, except that it will make the show better and raise our profile.
It fills you with the warm and fuzzies.
Well, and also, to help us get more guests and help us say to the sponsors, look how valuable this is and help with this. If you really want to do a public good, we were talking about this today on the morning show. You need to support people who are telling a better story. Even if you're not a crypto builder, you are telling a story with everything you say, everything you don't say. You know my spiel. So go to your favorite podcast platform, look up the Rise Up Morning Show, Rise Up, and give us a rating. Even if it's a low rating. Although, come on, help a brother out.
Come on, be nice.
Some constructive feedback or something like that.
It has one review, the 1 star.
It has, I think it has 2 reviews. We need more reviews. We have people who listen to the podcast app the most, but we don't have enough reviews there. Okay, now you got to stall. I'm talking too much. I can't focus. There's too much happening in my life. Are you taking a call? Oh my God, what's going on? I just lost Alex. Tori wants to know, what number are you guys going to pick? 6 or Alex,
Tori,
did you see the message in our Arculus chat?
No.
I got to show you this. Let me show you this real quick. Then I promise I'm going to pick a number. Yeah, I absolutely do. This is from Ariana at Arculus. She said that she found this great Halloween costume. It says, "Our kids hate our Halloween costumes." I love it.
Okay, I'll allow that one.
It was great. The parents with the 6-7. It was perfect. Okay, now I need you to stall.
Stall. Okay. I got nothing. I was very distracted because there was a really loud alarm that just started playing that I didn't know was going to go off.
I thought you were taking a call.
No.
I was like, what? What is this guy doing?
All right. Sivish says, I'm in Circle. Where do I sign up? You should have been prompted as soon as you join. If you would like to, if you'd like to give it a whirl.
I'll give it 2 more minutes for you. Where you go is in the Start Here tab where you live. There's a tab on that page that says Learn About Premium Membership, or on the left-hand side of the page. Can't believe you. I'm going to give myself 2 points because I am single-handedly running this ship right now.
You're
Okay,
doing great.
hang on. Thank you. This is where you go.
If you'll notice, my rum is almost empty. So.
Oh my gosh. And if you're on TikTok, you'll have to thank Alex for the screen share later when he decides to give it to you. There,
Now it's empty.
there's a tab on the left that says Start Here. Okay. It's where you get dropped off when you join the community. And in this post, you have all kinds of helpful,
That's for me. Because
And
you told me to stall, and I just told you
Yeah.
to answer a question.
Unlock more with premium membership. You'll see this. You click on it.
She is.
It's a big blue link. Everything that's a blue link in Circle, boom. You can start a free trial. You can do it right now. You can sign up. You can get 10-day free trial. And then you can pay for it monthly, or you can pay for it annually. And you can cancel it before the 10 days is up. And you will pay nothing. Alternatively, you can go to rumshq.com and you will see a membership pop up there. And once you get there, I will see you in the list. But it's almost time for me to pick a number. Alex, you really got to stall so that I can give you some. Surely somebody has a question that they can ask. Save this man from himself.
I have
Save
a question
me.
for you, Evan.
Oh my god.
Do you think the folks at Arculus would be down or into the idea of these giveaways being purple wallets? 'Cause that feels like the thing to do,
That does feel like the thing to do.
doesn't it?
We'd have to have a purple wallet first.
I mean, we're working on it. We'll have that conversation. Anyway, if you have a question that you asked earlier that you didn't get an answer to, please feel free to resubmit it while I actually do stall and give Evan time to do Evan things over there.
I got it now.
Okay.
But answer a question anyway, and then we'll do the giveaway.
All right. Turns out he only needed like 8 seconds. I do have to say, I really like this comment from D. Wayne. Scammers, don't bother me. I don't have any crypto. Amen.
Alex, I need you to pick a number between 1 and 43, and I will give you a little.
$17.
17. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to Manu GK. Manu GK, you are the winner of tonight's Arculus wallet. Congratulations. And send me a message. I'm going to send you a message after this if I don't hear from you. And we'll get your address. We'll send it off to Arculus, and you will have your very own cold storage wallet. If you want to be eligible for future giveaways, just keep coming back. We will give away plenty of these to the people who are premium, people who are non-premium. Even you can win your very own Arculus wallet. Thank you to friends of the show, partners, Arculus, for making this possible. Alex, we've got about 20 more minutes.
Definitely keep coming back. If you haven't won one and you would like to, they gave us a bunch of these things to give away, which is exciting.
Not as many as we're burning through. We're burning through them pretty quick.
We're gonna give them a run for their money. But you know what? At the end of the day, Arculus, this puts more wallets in the hands of more people, making more safe, confident crypto users. So really, isn't that what it's all about?
Alex, how much rum is in that glass?
A healthy amount.
The amount. This is Rise Up After Dark, the BYOB DYOR crypto show that you love. We are here every Wednesday. Oh.
Also, I went to Costco today. And you can't tell from these nondescript little packages because these are not labeled for retail. There you go. Not labeled for retail sale. But you know what I've seen online about 38 million times and never tried, and today I caved and I finally had to? These are little tiny itty bitty Dubai chocolates.
You know, I've been wanting to try Dubai chocolate for a minute.
Yeah, I got to say, did not live up to the hype. They're not bad, but like definitely didn't live up to the hype. Like I like it, don't get me wrong, but you know what I had in my head, Evan? And I'm gonna this is a small flex. I'm sorry. I'm gonna share just a quick moment with Evan here. Dude, do you remember those pastries in Prague with the pistachio?
Oh, dude, that's what I think about when I think about Dubai chocolate.
So when we first got there, we didn't know where we were going. We're like wandering around looking for a bus, and Evan's got the world's biggest suitcase that he's carrying around because
on this like tiny sidewalk.
The sidewalks are all like 6 inches wide, and he has a suitcase that is
big,
gigantic. It was also raining and cold, and we walked into this little tiny itty bitty looking cafe, and you walk in and it was just like you could like hear the angels singing, and we just gorged on pastries, and one of them was a croissant with the pistachio cream inside, and oh my god, it was so good. So I wanted that, and this didn't live up to the hype, but it is tasty.
So, never does, man.
Win some, you lose some.
If you are somebody who wants to get an Arculus like Rob Newstead, then hey, don't send us USDC. If somebody reaches out to you who looks like us and they want to know how your investing is going, if they say greetings, if they say I'm just checking up, it doesn't matter what they say. If they look like us but they're being friendly to you and they're messaging you directly first or asking you to message them, run away from that person. I don't care who they are. If it's Jake Clover, if it's Coach JV, if it's BitBoy Crypto himself, they and we will never DM you. That is
BitBoy is DMing you one. It's probably the real one.
Probably. He's probably going to ask you for money. No shade. I feel terrible. I hope BitBoy is doing well.
I know.
Wherever he is. But but the serious thing is that's a scammer. Don't send us money. You can get your Arculus wallet at getarculus.com, or once again in the community and in the description for this show, I will have a link where you can sign up for an email list that we will send an email update as soon as we've got information about how you can pre-order the co-branded purple wallet. I think we need to do a mock-up. We got the sign up. We've been teasing people. We just need to do a mock-up. So let's send this to Arculus and say, hey, can we get a little looky-loo at what a purple card might be?
You know what? I'm torn. I think I know the answer because there's really only one real answer. I still want one that has the ghoul on it. If they said they can do a minimum of one, I might put them to the test and see if I can get my ghoul.
Oh, dude.
With my mustache ghoul on one card.
I mean, if the minimum order quantity is one, I'm honestly going to need an Arculus for every occasion. I'm going to get one with my ghoul. I'm going to get a morning show one. I'm going to get one with that. Solon was saying it today. He's like, I'd like one with a purple background and one with like the other colors, like the teal background, you know, so I know which card is which. Like that makes sense.
Oh,
maybe you've got multiple wallets. So maybe you need one with a ghoul on it. For
Arculus. What we're going to need is actually scratch the purple. We need a gift bundle. I'm sorry. I don't make the rules.
With the mug. Look at this. The official mug of the official show of the Financial Revolution has been replaced by this sleek black. Like, look at this. Look at that logo. Can you imagine that with like a little Rise Up morning show guy? I just love it. They are getting so much airtime for this. People are like, what the hell, man? This is not a commercial, buddy.
No, but honestly though, like this is, and I did put out the solicitation this morning and I didn't get any. Well, I got a few really nice friendly comments because you guys are the best. But I said, if you guys just because we're like starting this now and it's like a thing and we've been working on this for a very long time and now it's finally time to like have some sponsors. If you have any questions or concerns about like how the sponsorship process works or like what it looks like or you know, what that whole deal is, or I mean, if you just have questions or general concerns or frustrations or questions about bias or anything like that, then just ask. Because I'm very self-conscious about sponsorships. So please feel free to ask. You will not get any any shade if you raise a concern like that.
Or any concerns about
to give a disclaimer and a disclosure.
Any concerns about the platform would be welcome. We want your suggestions. We want your feedback. We want your good jokes, especially words of wisdom and predictions from the 8 Ball. And my ask for you also would be, we're getting a lot of opportunities to connect with more people, share more people. If you've got ideas for guests, or something I'm doing is this November, I'll be in Buenos Aires, Argentina for DevConnect and the Ethereum World Fair. And it's going to bring together people from all over the crypto world, but especially the Ethereum and Layer 2 ecosystems. It's going to be great. If you are going to be there, send me a message. Let me know. I would love to meet you in person. Maybe we could do a little Rise Up IRL. If you're building something cool, or if you want to hear from someone who's on the ground there, let me know that too. Maybe we can work it out. The best way to reach me is not to wait for me to DM you, because I won't, but through all the links wherever you are, whenever you listen, you can get our attention that way. Thank you so much. Jane says, you guys are always so transparent. It's refreshing and very appreciated. So
I just know that when I see commercials, I always like my hackles always go up, and I really just, that's what I want to see. So it would be wild for me not to put that out there, since we also have sponsors now. But I will say, actually, here's one interesting tidbit. One of the things that drew out negotiations a little bit, because this required some convincing and some explaining, although everyone was a very good sport about it, and actually nobody really fought on it, is we refused to do single standalone sponsored videos as a result. We said, this is from the show. Anything that we create has to be completely up to us with full creative direction and no requirements. And if it doesn't like feel right that we're going to post videos on the timeline that are like doing commercials, then we're not going to do it. And if one comes up that's relevant, then we'll post it. But otherwise it's just going to be bad for us, bad for you. No one else wants to see it. And everybody agreed. So you will not see any of those. It's just on the show. And then anything that we feel like creating outside of this is 100% completely up to us with full creative freedom, no requirements, no stipulations, no nothing.
Okay, Alex, it's about that time where we're going to ride today our cats and cows into the sunrise.
Did you see this morning, my exit?
Actually, that's the only part I didn't see this morning. What did you do the
Well,
exit?
I made a comment that I couldn't really ride anything off into the sunset because it was rainy and very foggy, and it was also very early in the morning. So I just receded into the mist, and I found this sound on my board that was just labeled scary. That was the exit this morning.
Please tell me you're going to bring that back for the Halloween show tomorrow.
Oh, absolutely.
I cannot wait for everyone to see our costume. Will's costumes.
Why did you say our costume as if you and I are showing up like in two ends of a horse suit?
Honestly, we should do that sometime on the show. I'll just be like the butt end, and you'll be, and we can do like,
Hey, as long as you volunteer to be the butt.
and turn to each other like this on camera and like make it happen. Yeah, like that would be great. But so if you've got a final question, you got an idea for a Halloween costume, then let us know. Austin said that exit deserves a point, Alex, so I'm going to give it to him. But I actually have a couple of little rapid fire things that I thought might be fun to just challenge you with now that you're at least one very big glass of rum deep. Alex, rapid fire. What's the take? I want to know first, what's one thing people still get wrong about crypto in 2025?
One thing that people still get wrong in 2025. That's a really good question, actually. I would say, okay. This is kind of an unfortunate one, but I think it's worth saying just because it's a fair warning. You okay? What?
Two comments made me laugh. First, Seavish said, hang on, two ends of a horse suit, which made me think, what if we both showed up as the horse suit, but we were both like the butts of the horse suit? And the other one was Joe's comment, who said, my neighbors can just hear me laughing alone in my apartment, and I can just picture a quiet night. And then, and I absolutely love it. So
that's good. Tori does not get a ding for getting me again. Tori gets a gwump for that, and she knows that she deserves it. So I don't know if Tori had any points tonight, but now she's got a gwump.
It's painful, Tori. But you know what?
You brought this on yourself.
I gave her a point because she stepped in on Tuesday. So I got to give her one more because I can't let Tori end the show with 0 points. I need her to want to work here.
I feel like I'm getting ganged up on here.
You absolutely are. Okay, all right. Misconceptions about crypto.
Yeah.
It's 2025, and what's something that people still get wrong about crypto? Maybe it's our fault, maybe it's their fault, but it just drives you nuts. What is it?
There's a few good answers that I could think of. I'm trying to think of one that's like shorter and snappier, because I would say, that utility is all that matters. You really have to consider a whole lot more. So unfortunately, you can't just hang your hat on the idea of utility. I would say that honestly, a big one is, I'm going to steal it from you, so I will give you credit, and you can have a ding. It's a killer line, and I do use it all the time. It's the idea that I still see. I just saw one today. It was a live with hundreds of people in it, a huge panel. It was really hard to understand because they were all talking at the same time and they were all yelling at each other. But
it's like our show, basically.
Pretty much. But the core like thesis of this entire thing was that the only thing that matters here is money, and I just think that's such an unfortunate take. That we are just here to make money. You can, don't get me wrong, no shade. I invest too, but the reason that I spend so much time doing stuff like this is because genuinely it's the coolest shit we've ever built. This stuff is so cool. DeFi is so cool as a concept, as an institution. It's so cool. So I would say, just like Evan says, this stuff does so much more than money, the way that your phone does so much more than make a phone call. And honestly, at this point, my phone sucks at making phone calls.
It does everything else, but can it call me? No. That's a great answer. My follow-up question to you would be this. What's a real-world use case that proves that crypto isn't just about speculation or money?
Oh, killer. Okay, great. Frictionless, amazingly cheap international payments in any denomination, in any amount, nearly instant, nearly free. I mean, honestly, that's incredible. Right now, my parents are looking at going international, and there's, of course, the conversation, how do you handle the fact that you have all of your money in one country, in one bank, in one currency, and you want to get it into a different one, and there's all these limits and these time constraints and these fees and this, the waiting periods and like all this, and the terrible exchange rates, whether or not the bank is open, like all this crap. Crypto doesn't give a shit about any of that. You can carry $1 billion worth of it the exact same way that you could carry, I don't know, an idea.
A penny, yeah.
Honestly, that's it. It has changed so many people's lives just by being able to quickly and effortlessly and without 30 different people's permission and stealing pieces of it away from you, the ability for you to send money to your family somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
My uncle told me that the reason he is so excited about, and he's a traditional finance guy, is because he cannot even fathom what a difference it would have made for my family when they fled war, to be able to take just the knowledge of their money with them instead of having to try and smuggle, and they were unsuccessful, so they had to leave pretty much everything behind. The ability to have been able to keep anything the family had with just remembering 12 to 24 words versus trying to carry a suitcase through being hunted.
Mm-hmm.
Coolest shit ever.
Yeah, and it is almost like a superhero movie. Can you imagine when we can permissionlessly verify our identity without being able to reveal anything about ourselves, use local, private, artificial intelligence to send payments or information that represents other forms of value anywhere around the world, our academic credentials, our achievements, our social scores, credit scores, whatever it is. It'll be almost like, imagine if you went back in time and talked to a caveman, or could communicate with a caveman before language by sharing your
Evan's
thoughts.
going back to see cavemen and he's selling them on his Ponzi scheme. Guys, listen.
Dude, never seen anyone get killed with a rock so fast.
It's the future of international payments, guys.
They say, it would be like that though, like somebody being able to witness and understand a technology like language before they knew it was there. Like that's where we are with this stuff. This is a whole new medium. And it's going to have applications for identity, for stories, for making meaning with other people. And yes, possibly making money. I love that comment. Stevish says, shit, you can make money with this? Still waiting for it to come around. Me
It's
too,
like that
Stevish.
meme from We Are the Millers. Evan, that's a movie.
I believe it. Is that the
guys
one
are
with the family that goes on vacation and it's got that guy? Is his name Kevin? He looks like a fish. You know what I'm talking about?
This is the weirdest way someone could be describing We Are the Millers to me.
Doesn't Jennifer Aniston do like a striptease in that movie? You know what I'm talking about?
Of course
Yeah,
I do.
It's the right movie, right? Okay, I've seen it. So what's the meme?
The meme is when the boy, when they're all talking about like how much they're getting paid and why they're so pissed that Jason oh my god, I'm forgetting his name. What's
dad?
actor's name? Yeah.
I know him. I just know his name is Jason, and it's not Jason Sudeikis, but that's all I can think
It
of.
is
Also
Jason
Schwartzman.
Sudeikis.
Is it?
It's
wow.
Jason Sudeikis, yeah. Wow.
I'm giving myself a point for that. That's amazing.
Amso says no regrets. Another reference to that movie. Evan, that's when he comes out with the tattoo on his chest that says no regrets. And he looks and goes, really? Not one? But no, they're all like discussing how much they're getting paid and why they're so pissed that he's getting paid so much more than that. And the kid pops up and he's like, you guys are getting paid? And I love that.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I'm getting wheezy. I got to go hit my inhaler, have a little more tea, and then go to bed so I can show up in my Halloween costume tomorrow. We're going to do a round of final thoughts. So we want to hear your last minute questions, your last suggestions, good jokes, word of wisdoms. And
I've got one more, like annoyingly still a common talking point that I see that people are still getting wrong.
I'd like it.
This one pisses me off, that none of it doesn't have any value. Like it's not real and there's no value. And I just always, what I always want to do is like just hold up my phone and open a wallet and just while making eye contact with them, sell something for dollars and send it to my bank account and ask if now it does, and then ask how I got to that point. What a dumb, short-sighted comment.
I think a lot of people don't understand how it works or how money works. Bearded left this comment. Neither is money nowadays, meaning like most money is digital, doesn't physically exist anywhere. Yeah. It's not even like your bank has it on the screen and also has a dollar for it. It's like most of it is issued electronically. There's nothing physical to back it up.
Who's genuinely, question for the group, who's genuinely excited about dollars? Anybody wake up in the morning just be like, God damn, I love me a good dollar. No, we like it because we're dependent on it and we need it because everything runs on it, and that's the only reason we're still here.
Yeah, you're right about that.
And the power of that is keeping everything else that's a better option at bay. But eventually, it will not be able to. And DeFi will win because DeFi is inevitable.
Man, the anarchist in my heart is just applauding you right now. That's just great. That was beautiful. Give yourself a point. Absolutely. Okay. Is that your final thought? That was a very ding-worthy final thought.
Yeah, my real final thought is I'm so grateful to have you because I cannot even begin to imagine how bad I would do at keeping track of the points and quants for an entire After Dark. So
you'd be impressed. I actually think I do a really good job. I probably only have like an 80% accuracy, but I do get a pretty good.
I know the results are skewed in your favor. I know that. I accept that. There's I accept a certain amount of corruption, but I see you taking notes the entire show. I know you're pretty much spot on.
I am pretty much spot on, actually, I think.
And hey, we're in blockchain. We're pretty much spot on.
Bearded says Evan gets a ding for keeping score, so got to take it.
I saw that comment right away.
I saw that comment. Society dictates. Indeed. You either got to be the king of the cash world, or that's what we're here for. We're here to build a movement where it doesn't matter who's keeping score because we can check everybody's ledger. We all got the same copy of it, and something like that.
I wish I could pin TikTok comments. I accept a good amount of corruption. Alex the Pirate. True.
Bearded also said Alex should get a ding for each chocolate he eats. So I'm
all I'm saying, Evan, is that
at least 2.
It's several. All right, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6.
You're getting capped at 2. You're getting capped at 2. You got multiple points.
Corruption.
Okay, that's it. The points are in, and this is the totals. These are the totals. Somewhere my English teacher is screaming. In last place with 1 gwump each. I'm talking about Sunday Swap and American Express. Sorry, guys.
Hold on.
Try again next time.
Sunday Swap gets 1 extra gwump. They got to be in real fast.
Dang, that one
The
hurt.
last
I'm
minute
so sorry
gwump.
about that. Dang, the
Gotta watch out for
gwump at the buzzer.
You got to watch out for the buzzer gwump.
Oh, I can't believe it. After them, we have several folks who had 1 point apiece. We got 1 point for transparency and authenticity. We got 1 point for our friend Jason Solom. And Tori, she got a gwump. She got 2 dings, so that technically averages out to 1 point. Christina and Kimberly coming in hot with 5 points each, the loves of our lives. And that means in second place. Hang on. Wait a second.
Hang on while he fixes the numbers because he just realized.
The way I do points, I write a check mark for like a hash, like a tally. That's a point. People in podcast land, I'm holding up 1 finger, and when I write a gwump, it's a finger with it's a 1 with a slash through it. So I also keep 5s. I count to 5 by doing like 1, 2, 3, 4 tallies and then a slash. So I just got to make sure I'm telling you the truth. I got to count this again because that's
does anybody believe this?
0, 5, 9. Alex, you're not going to believe this.
Does anybody believe this?
You're not going to believe this, but we actually have tied for first place. You and I are the co-champions with 9 points apiece on this show tonight. And the comments say Evan wins. So, I mean, it could have been worse for you, Alex.
You're a loser.
We get to share it. Here's the sound for you. And lots more Halloween fun coming up tomorrow. Don't forget, tomorrow is the day we wear our costumes. We're not doing a show Friday. We do have coaching, and always the show lives 24/7 in the RUMS community. If you signed up for a premium trial tonight, definitely send a message in there so we can hook you up and you can get the links to that because you get that stuff for free. And we want you to take advantage of it. Alex, thank you for helping me. Thank you for laughing with me. You're coming back tomorrow. You're going to have a costume. I can't wait.
I'm half in it right now. Spiritually and my pants.
And more than half out of it. Am I right? Okay, we got to go. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, monsters and machines, for being the very best part of what we do. It's been a wonderful episode of After Dark. You can catch the full thing at your favorite social, get the link, and so much more at rumshq.com. And we'll see you again tomorrow. Same time, different time, but same place for Rise Up Morning Show. Okay, until then, everybody stay safe. Be well, my friends. Rise up.